So 2 power 2 is we will multiply 2 twice and we will get 4. 2 power 3 means we will multiply 2 3 times. Here 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8, so we get 8. In the same way, 2 power 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Here 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8 and 8 times 2 is 16. So 2 to the power 4 will be 16. You may notice that as we go down the line, that is, as we increase the power of 2, we will multiply 2 each time. That is, when 4 is multiplied by 2, we get 8, and when 8 is multiplied by 2, we get 16. In the same way, when we go up, we divide by 2 each time. That is, when 16 is divided by 2, we will get 8, and when 8 is divided by 2, we will get 4. Now, check out the powers of 2 here. The power of 2 is decreasing. That is, we get 2 power 4, 2 power 3 and 2 power 2. Now, continuing this pattern, we will get 2 power 1 next. Likewise, when we divide by 2 in the right hand side, we will get 4 divided by 2, that is 2. Proceeding further, on the left hand side, we get 2 to the power 0. And on the right hand side, when we divide 2 by 2, we will get 1. So then we get 2 to the power 0 is equal to 1. Likewise, let us find powers of 3. We already know that 3 to the power 2 is 9 and 3 to the power 3 is 27 and 3 power 4 is 81. Here too, when we increase the power of 3 in the left hand side, we will have to multiply 3 on the right hand side. That is, 9 times 3 is 27, 27 times 3 is 81. Now, when you decrease the power of 3, we will have to divide by 3, right? So from this we get 3 power 1 is 3 and 3 power 0 is 1. Comparing these two, we can conclude that when power is 1, we will get the same number as the answer, and when the power is 0, we get 1 as the answer. Usually, when the power is 1, it is not mentioned. Just the number alone will be written. For example, 2 to the power 1 will be written 2. So this says that when the number alone is written, then its power is 1. Well, sometimes variables are also used here. So, this rule applies to variables too. That is, when the power of the variable is 1, we get the variable itself as the answer. For example, you can see that x power 1 becomes x itself. In the same way, when the power of variable is 0, we get 1 as the answer. Well, some say 0 power 0 is 1 and others say 0 power 0 is 0 itself. Since the answer is not sure, we shall write it as indeterminate. This is one of the laws of indices, that is, a power 0 is equal to 1 provided a is not equal to 0. It means that any number you choose other than 0, that number to the power of 0 is always 1. There are many ways to prove this law, that a power 0 is equal to 1. We shall see that in detail in another video. So far, we saw how the power of positive numbers are calculated. The base number can also be a negative number. To indicate a negative number, we use braces. For instance, if we take minus 3 the whole square, when you expand it, we get minus 3 times minus 3. We already know that negative number times negative number is a positive number. So the answer will have a positive sign. 3 times 3 is 9, so the answer will be plus 9. So, what will be the answer when there are no braces? Can you guess? Now, suppose we have minus 3 squared. Since there is no braces here, we will simply find 3 squared, which is 9, and put the negative sign as such. The answer will then be minus 9. So, now you know the importance of braces, especially for negative numbers. Now, let us find the powers of minus 1 and minus 2. Minus 1 whole to the power 1, we get minus 1. Minus 2 whole to the power 1 is equal to minus 2. Minus 1 whole to the power 2 is minus 1 times minus 1 and we get plus 1. Minus 2 whole to the power 2 is minus 2 times minus 2. Minus 2 times minus 2 will be plus 4. Minus 1 whole to the power 3 is minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. Here, minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1 and plus 1 times minus 1 will be minus 1. Because positive number times negative number will be a negative number. So the answer will be minus 1. In the same way, minus 2 to the whole power 3 will be minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2, and minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4, and plus 4 times minus 2 will be minus 8. Likewise, minus 1 whole to the power 4 is plus 1, and minus 2 whole to the power 4 will be plus 16. I'm not sure whether you noticed, but you can see that when the base number is negative, odd powers of negative numbers will give you a negative number as an answer, and even powers of negative numbers will give you a positive number as an answer. Now, let us find out 2 power 3 times 2 power 2. 2 power 3 is 2 multiplied 3 times. That is 2 times 2 times 2. To that, we have to multiply 2 to the power 2. That is 2 times 2. You may notice that here 2 is multiplied 5 times. So this can be rewritten as 2 to the power 5. So we see that 2 power 3 times 2 power 2 we get as 2 power 5. Now check out their exponents or powers on both sides. Do you see any relation? Yes. When the indices on left hand side are added together, we get the index on the right hand side. So you may now understand that when base number are the same and when powers are multiplied, it is enough if we just add the powers together. This is multiplication rule in the law of indices. In general, we can write it as a to the power m times a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. Now, let us find out 2 to the power 3 divided by 2 to the power 2. Let us write this in fraction form. We will get 2 power 3 upon 2 power 2. This is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 upon 2 times 2. Now, let us cancel the factors common between the numerator and denominator. So, we get 2 as the answer. So, from this we see that 2 to the power 3 divided by 2 to the power 2 is equal to 2, which is also 2 to the power 1. Now, do you notice any relation here? Yes. When indices on left hand side are subtracted, we get the index on the right hand side. So you would now understand that two numbers of same base are divided. It is enough to just subtract the indices to get the answer. This is division law in the laws of indices. In general, we write it as a to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. Now, let us find out 2 to the power 3, the whole power 2. 2 to the power 3 is 2 times 2 times 2. Here we have 2 times 2 times 2, the whole power 2. What does this expression mean then? We need to multiply 2 times 2 times 2 twice. So, we then get 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Here you can see that 2 is multiplied 6 times. So, we can rewrite this as 2 to the power 6. So, 2 to the power 3, the whole power 2 is equal to 2 power 6. Can you find a relation between these indices? Yes. When indices on left hand side are multiplied together, we get the index on the right hand side. This is power of a power rule in the laws of indices. This can be written in general as a to the power m, the whole power n is equal to a to the power m times n. So, in this video, we checked out the laws of indices. Number 1, a to the power 0 is equal to 1. Number 2, multiplication rule. That is, a to the power m times a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. Number 3, division rule. That is, a to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to a power m minus n. Number 4, power of a power rule. That is, a to the power m, the whole power n is equal to a to the power m times n. In the next video, we shall learn how to solve problems with different base number and same indices. An assessment on this topic is given in the description box. Do check out the link and complete the homework. If you have liked this video, hit the like button. If you have found this video easy to understand and useful, share it with your family and friends. Do record your views in the comment section as this will encourage us to create more useful videos. Do not forget to subscribe to Fun Maths Academy channel to get constant updates on new videos we upload. Thank you.